sound, and transition over to the talking scene. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
Oh, I see you. Okay.
Yep, everything seems to be working as intended. I
Yeah.
didn't mess things up this time. Had a
Oh,
delayed start, but that's
that happens.
fine. But
That's fine on this end. How's your end?
things are good. Trying to.
Apparently.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just yawning.
Um, Trying to figure out the best path forward for a master's degree. So that is my current plan. Trying to reach out
Nice.
to schools nearby and have had a recruiter from one school that really wants me to go there. So
Nice.
um, we'll try to make an informed decision, although I don't think that's necessarily 100% possible. I will try and gather as much information as I can so I can get a master's in computer science. That's what I want to study. So, because I can get it paid for by my job.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, but they don't pay for the whole degree. They only pay for a small number of classes every year. So, one of the schools that I talked to was like, it might not work out if you only do that many classes. You gotta do it within a time frame. And I'm like, oh, okay, great, that's wonderful. But I don't know, tuition assistance is still better than nothing, and I can pay some out of pocket if necessary. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really been up to anything too exciting. So yeah, I guess I should put in the chat. Don't forget to say hi. Oop. But I think I'm ready for some Sudoku if you are.
I'm ready.
Oh, I hit snooze on my alarm earlier. Alright. However, I did forget to mark the Sudoku browser, so let me make sure I grab that. That is working, so now we can transition over and click over here. Yeah, alright, so the first puzzle we're going to do is I Heart Heart Sudoku by Piotr Belik. Maybe. Hopefully I said that somewhere close to correct. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row column and 3 by 3 box. Renban. The darker magenta lines must each contain a set of consecutive digits in no particular order. Region sums. The blue line is split into 5 segments by box borders. The sum of the digits on each segment must be equal to one another. Whispers. The green line is a German whisper. Adjacent digits on this line must have a difference of at least 5. The light red line is a strong whisper. Adjacent digits on this line must have a difference of at least 7. X. The digits separated by an X must sum to 10. Okay. Now, do we consider this to be one Renban, or are these all different Renbans? That
Well, it
has
just
to
says
be,
Rendan, the darker magenta line.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if I put, say, a 5 here, can I put a 5 over there? I would imagine the answer to that question is no, because I think ambiguity isn't very useful. But we could go like 5, 4, and 3, and then this could go 4, 3, and 6. I think the answer to this question should be no, because that doesn't seem like the best way for that to work to me. But sometimes this is a different renban than these two. So how do you want to consider it?
I think if they're attached, it should all be part of the same renban.
That's what I think too. So if we were to go 1, and we can go 2, and a 3, and a 4, a 5, and a 6, and that would be our renban there. And then we've got this one up here, which could go 3, 5, 4, and 2. And I think it's not possible for this to work, because then this would have to have 3 separate consecutive neighbors. So, yeah, that has to be considered as one renban. Alright, anyway. So let's get started. Here, so these 3 digits must be a minimum of 6. And they cannot be 1, 2, 3, because that's 4 in the same row. They would all have to be from 1, 2, and 3, because that's a group of 3, that's a group of 3, and that's a group of 3. So we know we don't have 6, and we know we don't have 7 for the exact same reason, because 7 is 1, 2, and 4. And because those would be 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, you'd have 1, 2, 4 spread across 4 digits, which is impossible, because there's only 3 digits in 1, 2, and 4. And I think 8 could work. Can't see a reason why not. And then this is a strong strong whisper. They differ by 7. Let's say I put a 3 here. 3 plus 7 is 10. And you can't subtract from 3, so it's either 1, 2, or 8, 9. So we know that is true about all of them. So then 4, 6, 7. Alright, let's mark those as purple. The other ones is green. We see those 4 are in a row there.
Well, never mind.
Two, 3, 4, 5 is still possible. And you have 8, 7, 6, 5. So you have all of the digits on there still. But something we know about these 3 is it cannot be 3, 4, 5. So if the green digits were 1 and 2, then this wouldn't work, because the minimum would have to be 3, 4, and 5, which is 12, which we know from this over here is not possible. So all of our green digits are high, and all of our purple ones are low. So that helps out quite a bit. And also, this must be a 1, because if it was a 2, those would both be 9. And this has to be a 9, because if it was an 8, those would both be 1s. So we know that these go 1 through 6. Oh, well, this can't have a 1 on it, so it must be 2, 3, 4. That was easy. So this is automatically a 9. 8 up here, a 9 over there. These are now forced to both be 1s. That's a 2. That's also a 2, so that's a 9. Those aren't 2s. That's not a 2, that's not an 8. That's not a 2, that's not a 1. Neither of those is a 1. That's an 8, that's also a 1, so that's not. And we lose 5 and 6.
The top of the X in box 8 cannot be a 4 because it's also on the whisper line, which would be 9, which is a conflict.
Right.
So the X is solved.
And without a 2, it can't be 1, 2, 6, and it can't be 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, 3, 5.
Box 5, the cell 3 can't be a 6 because
Right,
you can't have a 1, 2. And the same with the cell 1, can't be a 6.
But this one still can, because those can still be 1 and 2.
The cell 1 can't be a 5 because you can't have 1 and 3.
This one can't be a 4, because that couldn't be 2, 3.
That one
And
can't
this,
be a 4.
for the same reason, because that doesn't have 2 or 3 in it.
6 with 1, 2, 5 with 1, 3, 3 with 2, 4. Okay.
4, 1, 5.
Or 1, 5, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a 3, a 5, and a 1. Okay, so we know that those two, or actually these 3, are not 8 or 9. These 2 can't be 1. 2, 3, and 7 are out. That's not a 2. This isn't. These 2, all 3 of those are not 8, 9. None of them, oops. The top 2 aren't 1, and these 2 aren't 2, and this was not a 3. So it's still possible to place a 2 on there.
Well, it's either 1 through 6 or 2 through 7. So 2 has to be on the Ren band.
So it's one of those 2 positions. Oh. 1, 3, and 5 are out because we know that those are 1, 3, and 5. 4, 6, 7, and 8. And actually, since those 2 aren't 8, this one is. 3, 4, 5, and 6 means this is a 7, 9 pair.
8 can be placed in box 1. So it can be placed in box 2. And it can be placed in box 8.
And 9 as well.
And it can be 8 can be placed in box 9 also.
And what's left in here? A 5 and a 6?
So 5, 6 comes out from the Renban on box. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and 7 is left over across.
1 can be placed in column 4.
3, 5 pair places are 1. Five, 6, and 7. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's.
I guess that could be a 3. It's got lots of options, so I'm going to leave that blank.
4, 5, 6, 7. Row 6. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
So that's a 2 or 3.
Which actually pairs with this. Because you can't have both 5 and 6 in here. So it must be a 2 or a 3 there. So you can't have 2 or 3 in here. And 4 is one of those two, along with one of those two, so that's not a 4.
Well, and since 4 has to be on the Renban in box 5, it comes off of the rest of the Renban.
Right. Oh, places it there, actually.
I think 2 is only in one spot on the big Renban.
Yep. And I don't
Same
see a
with
1 on there.
I don't see another 3.
6, 7 pair, places 4 and 5. Button.
The Renban in box 3. Oh, no, never mind. It can still have a 9 on it. In fact, it has to. Because column 8. So it no longer has a 5 on the Renban.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Those aren't 2s, so that is not a 4. So 4 is one of those two. Places 4 and 7, 6, 5, and 7. And places are 5 there. 7, 6, 7.
The 6, 7. Yeah.
What are these two? 6 and 4?
Column 9 needs a 1.
2, 3, 5, and 6. This is a 5 or 6. It's a 5, so that's a 6, so that's a 5. These two are 3 and... I was about to say 9, but that's a 9, so 3 and 6. 3 and 6. I don't see 4 or 7.
Row 8 is 5, 6, and 9.
5, 6, 9, 5. See 1.
1 and 6.
6. How about these two? Let's see,
4 and 7.
And 1 goes here, 2 and 3, and 5. And we're done. Project Masters Germany. What author? Heart Sudoku. And row 1. Copy. Paste.
That definitely makes things so much easier.
It definitely does. I'm gonna say easy. Submit. Alright. Next one. Pair of Dots by Kenneth's dad. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Orthogonally adjacent digits cannot be consecutive. Digits along a line form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. The sum of the digits along a diagonal, indicated by an arrow summed to x, where x must be determined, and is the same sum for all arrows. Well, if orthogonally adjacent digits cannot be consecutive, then we know that these two aren't consecutive. So this has to be the middle digit. Those have to be high and low.
Right.
So red, blue, yellow. So these are the digits that are adjacent to red and blue. So whatever is adjacent to blue, let's call it green, goes here. Well, that's assuming that there's something that can be adjacent to green, or excuse me, to blue. So maybe I can't assume that. I mean, I could just say that that digit is green, but that's not useful. We get the same thing happening here. And since we know that yellow is not on here, and either red or blue is, but not both, then whichever is on here.
Well, yellow can't be on that red band at all.
Right. So because we know that red and blue are non-consecutive, we can't put both red and blue on here because we know that yellow's in between them. So yellow can't go on there. So whichever one is there.
Well, is yellow, so.
Yeah. So whichever one, let's say blue is on here, right? So blue, the next one up from blue, and then the next one up from that. So this one ends up being green and purple combined with red or blue. So we get green and yellow and orange. And those are a bunch of colors that look the same. But that's fine.
Right. And the last one in row 1 is purple.
Right. But, okay, so what do we know about yellow and green? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different digits. And yellow and green are separated by 2. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, and yellow and green can be neither 1 nor 6 because they're a center digit.
So they're either 2, 4 or 3, 5.
Right.
Now, orange is not on these at all. Orange has to be 1 or 6. And I think so does this one.
Yes, because if
we imagine that these are 2, 4, whatever the shared digit is between these two must be 3. So then this one would be 1, and that would be 1, because those two are the same digit. So this has to be 1 or 6. And the same would be true if this was 3 or 5. The shared digit would be a 4, and then the one that's not shared would be a 6. And then purple would be 2. The purple is either 2 or 5. So this is 1, 6 or 3, 4. And then this is 1, 6 or... Well, I guess it's 1, 6 or all of the digits. Now, if that was a 2, and that was a 4, the shared digit cannot be here, because it would be consecutive to yellow. So this can either be red or blue. It must be purple, which is 2 or 5. Yeah. Yeah. So that's, well, 3 or 4. Right, because if this is a 5, and that's a 3, this has to be a 4. Then that would be a 2. Again, that's a 5. And then you have your 3, which would go up here, and then 6, which would go over there. Because you couldn't have 1 on there, because we don't have 2.
Right.
It's 5, 4, 3. Or I guess 5, 3, 4. But now, this one cannot be green, because it's consecutive to whatever the shared digit is. It's also consecutive with purple, so green can't go here, so this digit is green. And now the shared digit is consecutive with yellow, so yellow's not here, so this one isn't orange. 6, 3, 4, 5. So I actually kind of want to make this red and blue, and then make that blue and this red. Now, this cannot be consecutive with orange or green, because we know these aren't consecutive, so I could put green here and be just fine. But also, if they're 2 and 4, if they're 2 and 4, orange is 6, and red is 1. So these two are not consecutive. Well, clearly they're not consecutive. They're all lined up there. So yes, that doesn't even matter.
All right, in column 3, blue cannot be consecutive with green.
Right. Neither can purple, so this digit is red. But blue and purple
are we know is consecutive to green.
Right. So we can't put a green digit here. So we can't put green here. We could put orange, because it's either the shared digit or it's purple, which is, if this is 2 and 4, then it's 5 and 3. That was 5 and 3. You can't put 4. In between. If this is 2 and 4, then we know that that's a 3. And this would have to be 5. So this would have to be 4. If this was 3 and 5, we get 2's, 4. So then this would have to be 3. Did I do that correctly? I don't feel like I did that. So if this is a 2, 4, we get a 5. 5 can't be consecutive with 4, so this is a 3. Then this has to be a 4. So then we take out 2 and 4, we put 2 and 4. And instead this is 3, 5. Then we get 2s. 2 can't be consecutive to 3, so that's a 4. Then the middle digit is a 3. That's not a 3. 5 and 3. So I did do that correctly. That's a 2, 5. So that's not 2 and 5. But that's still 3, 4, and 1, 6. This is also 1, 4, 3, 6. But this is either 2, 5 or 3, 4. So if this is 2 and 5, well, it can't be 2 and 5. Hold on, I did something wrong. This is either a 5 and a 3, or it's a 2 and a 4. Okay.
It can't be 2, 4, though.
It would have to be 2, 4, with this being a 5 and a 3.
Okay. But okay, never mind.
Yeah, that works, doesn't it?
Well, you've got... All right, if you look at column 3, the orange and or the blue and purple. Yeah, fix that, please.
Mm-hmm. So,
oh, wait a minute. One is blue, the other's orange.
Oh yeah, that would help.
But blue and orange, yeah, blue and orange are that was what was throwing me off.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how I ended up with purple here. I think that was my mistake because I didn't pay attention to what was going on there. Okay, so if blue is a 4, then that would be a 2 and a 3. A 5, so orange would end up being 1. So we either have a 1, 4 pair or a 3, 6 pair. But because these differ by 3, we no longer have a restriction on this one. What's the difference between blue and yellow? If that's a 3, that's a 5, and that would be a 2, and those would sum to 5. Otherwise, they're a 5 and a 4. Which is 9. And then we need at least one more for 10. And so if those sum to 10, they would be 4, 5, or 10 or 11. They would be 4, 5, and 6. But wait a second. If we have 4 here and 5 here, that would make this a 1 or a 2. And this would end up being a 6 and a 1. So that wouldn't even be a problem. 4, 5, 6.
Go
ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna in box 3. Where can yellow go? Yellow can't touch red. Okay. Now, where can blue go? We know blue cannot touch green.
Or red.
Okay, in the corner of cell 1 of that cannot. Yeah, blue can touch red.
No, blue. Oh, right. It's fine. Sorry.
Right, but okay. Now the corner one. If the corner is cell 1, if cell 1 is blue, blue cannot touch yellow. Then neither one, so that can't be blue.
And this can't be yellow for the same reason.
Right. Now.
But, okay, so now blue has to be in the top row, and it can't touch green. We get blue there for sure.
Yellow has to be in the bottom row, and it can't be next to blue, and it sees yellow in column 4.
Right. So now where can green go? Not there, not there, not there, green. Purple
right, now
is one of these two.
Yeah. Red. Can red touch purple? Yes.
Red can't touch yellow.
Red can't touch yellow. Okay. So we need purple and orange. Orange is in column 5.
Right. Oh. And now we have orange and blue, like that.
Right. If blue is 4, what is 5? Or what is yellow?
Blue is 4, yellow would be 5.
Okay, that does not work.
Right.
Because 5, 4, and 4 is 13.
Yeah.
And if you look at the other arrow, 11 is the max. So blue is 3.
5, 2, 2, 5, 4.
Well, 2 is surrounded by 1 and 3. Blue is 3, red is 1.
3, 6. 6, 1.
So 8 is the arrow.
4 can't be
it's
on
either
there.
2, 6
1.
or 3, 5. Well, and okay, if we look at the red band in box 5, okay, the 3 just came out. That doesn't work.
Oh, that doesn't work, no. But these have to be a 3, 6 pair.
Yeah.
And these have to be a 3, 6 pair. And 3 and 6 make that 7. That's right.
Alright, where did we make the mistake?
I mean, those have to be blue. Okay, if these are red and blue, then they're squished together with yellow. Yellow can't be on here, and so we cannot put both red and blue on here. That's not allowed. So one of them has to go over here. And whichever digit is shared between those two can't touch yellow because it's consecutive with yellow. So let's say the shared digit is blue. And then we're going to have blue be connect to green, and then it's going to go up to purple. So now purple ends up there. And orange and green, neither of which is consecutive with yellow. Okay, and now we get green, orange, and yellow. Okay, green is consecutive with both of these two, so green is out of there, and this is green. Blue is consecutive with yellow because it's the shared digit. So that's not a yellow, and that's not orange.
All right, yeah. So I think we still need to go with where are yellow and blue in box 3.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
so
but we don't have
yellow?
Red yet. Because red was kind of a...
Oh, did we mess up this group of 3?
I don't know, because that's where something was weird, and it's like, wait a minute, these two don't.
Yeah, I think we messed up these 3.
All right, we have orange, red, and blue left.
Orange, red, and blue.
Blue cannot go next to green.
But red can.
Yeah, and so can orange.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and ask where can yellow go in here. Right?
Right.
It can go in any of those. Oh, but because we don't know that that's red.
Right, because that was what... Because blue and yellow were both...
Okay, well, what if we just went with this row? Especially these 3. Red, yellow, blue, orange, and purple. Right? We know this one isn't purple. This one isn't blue, and this one isn't red. Now
blue and red can't touch yellow.
Right, and yellow can't go in any of those because they can't touch blue and red like you just said, and then yellow's right there, so it can't go in any of those 3. So yellow's one of those 2, but also it's one of those 2. So now, neither of those can be blue, so blue must be over here, and blue must be one of those 2 anyway.
Right.
So we still get blue as one of these 2.
Well, plus blue couldn't touch green.
Yeah. Okay, and then red has to be down here as well. Because red can't be next to yellow.
Because red can't touch yellow.
So we know red is one of those 3.
Oh, and since blue can't touch yellow and red can't touch yellow, and blue has to be one of those 2, not touching yellow. So the other one... So yeah, so red does have to be in cell 6, because if you choose one for blue, then yellow is diagonal from it and would have to touch red.
Yeah. Okay. So then this is orange.
Right.
And orange could be anywhere in there. So what about purple? Well, purple can be anywhere in there as well.
Except Yeah, it can't touch green.
Right. Now, we know that red and blue is in this group. If this was orange, then those would be red and blue, neither of which can touch yellow. So similar to the logic we applied over here, this cannot be orange. And it can't be blue, which is consecutive with green. So that's red.
Okay, column 4.
Oh, and since that's orange, that's not orange. That's purple, and now neither of those are purple. And that's a yellow-orange pair. And again, not blue, so this is that. Okay, column 4.
Yeah. We know green can't touch red. No, red can't touch... Oh, okay, you've already got the green and yellow and orange set.
Yeah, because the way that these colors look into this box. So this is still correct.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the numbering here? Because we have green.
Yeah, it'd have to be the numbering.
So this is green and red. Red can't be next to yellow. Green can't be next to blue.
Yellow can't be next to red.
And what's consecutive with blue? Either yellow or green.
Right, yellow and green are what's left in that row.
Right.
On the top is red and purple.
Okay, so now let's put some numbers in. So starting with these two, which we know are the middle digits. Well, if they're middle digits, they're not 1 and 6. And let's imagine that one of them is 2. What would the other be? Well, if this is 2, then it's partnered with 1 and 3. The shared digit would be a 3, because it can't be a 1. Because if that was a 1, then we'd have to have 2 on one of those, and we said that that was 2. So this is a 3, which is going to have to pair with 4 and 5. So it would have to be 2 and 4 together. Where our shared digit's a 3, and we have 1 or 5 as the other digit. Okay, 2 and 4 is out. If we have a 3-5 pair, then our shared digit is obviously a 4. And then the other digit between those two would be 2 or 6. That doesn't feel right. But I guess it has to be right, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the numbers were messed up. So that's my bad, because I did those numbers. Because I said that was 2-5 before.
Yeah, it was 2 5 and 1 6. So that.
Well, we know that this is 3 or 4. And that this is 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now, red red can be 2 or 6, or it can be 1 or 5. So I guess red and purple are paired.
Yeah, they were before.
No, because it was yellow and purple which were paired before.
Oh, okay.
Because I made those a 2-5 pair before. 3, 5, or 2, 4. So then what would, green would be 3, 5, 2, 4. Because we knew that these were partnered.
Well, in superscript, orange would be 6.
And if it's
And
not,
otherwise it's 1.
so I was correct with orange. I was right out of 1 of 6 colors.
Okay, let's still go with if blue is 4, because we still have two blues and a yellow. If blue is 4, purple is 6, green is 5, yellow is 3. That's 11.
Yeah, minimum 11.
Right.
Which is the maximum I could put in here.
Yes.
5 and 6.
If blue is yellow, 3. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because if blue is 4, yellow has to be 3. Because otherwise,
Because otherwise we'd get too,
right.
we'd get too much.
So 5 has to come out of there. So then 3 is the center of 2 and 4. So 6 comes out of red and blue.
6
So-
and 4 is 10. 8 or 10 is still possible. But 2 4s and a 3 is still possible. It's just that would be purple. And
right. Now if
green.
okay, if we have 3 4 4, which is 11.
Yeah.
Purple has to be 6. Green has to be 5.
Yeah.
Now, is there a way to switch the purple and red in box 5? If blue is 3,
3 would be surrounded by 2 or 4. Which could be yellow or green.
okay, which would make if blue is 3, yellow would be 2 or 4, green would be 2 or 4.
But then this would be a 1-5 pair. So this has to either be 8
or 10. And it can't make 8 or 10 in either.
Right. I mean, you can't use a 1 to make 8, so that would have to be a 5, which is paired with 2 for 7 or 4 for 9. So superscript goes away. And that's red, and that's purple. So not purple is purple.
And red and blue is
we
resolved
already knew
in
that.
box 1.
Blue can't be next to green, so that resolves that. 1, 2, 3.
That you didn't resolve the red green or the green yellow in.
3, 4, 5, 6. First try. There we go. No mistakes.
Uh-huh.
And no one can go back and see any of them either.
Nope, not at all.
And no one better go back and see the mistakes.
Well, then nobody would be able to watch the video.
No, they're allowed to watch the video. They're just not allowed to go back. And they can't comment on the mistakes either. That's not allowed. No, I better not see any comments. But we did get it correct, so that was the thing there. I kind of want to say this is hard. Obviously, I made it harder by the mistakes that I made, but even going back through it correctly the second time, it still felt a little finicky, and getting this sum, these two diagonal sums to be correct was, I think, quite tricky. Because while we did a lot correct the first time through, although we had made a mistake with this column and with the numbering. And I don't know. I'm going to commit to hard. Because I don't think it's just so annoying because of the mistakes that were made. That I want to rate it as a difficult puzzle because I think it was. But I don't know. I'm just going to leave it as
it's very nice.
Oh, I did forget to do that. But yeah. All right. I'm going to leave that as it is. It was definitely a very nice puzzle, though. All right. So next puzzle is Desert Bus by Spaceman. Normal Sudoku rules apply. German whispers. Adjacent digits along a green line differ by at least 5. Renban. Digits along a purple line form a consecutive set without repeats and may appear in any order. Desert Bus for Hope is an internet fundraiser in support of Child's Play charity. Oh, nice. And https://desertbus.org. Yeah, alright. Well, we see this 8 here has to be surrounded by 1, 2, or 3. That can't be a 2. 6, 7, 9 can't be a 6 because those two would be 1s, but they can be 1, 2, 3, and... Well, this one can't be a 4, but that one could be. And this one could be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 and 9 again. 2 is going to make all of these 7, 8, 9, which is going to make these 1, 3, and 4, which actually makes that a 2. And that a 9. And, well, that can't be a 4, nor can it be a 3, so that must be a 1. Because these are 6, 7, 8, 9, where the middle isn't a 9. It also can't be a 6, nor can it be a 7. It must be an 8, because this is a 3. Just going to make that 1, that not a 1, that not a 1. Suddenly that's not a 7, so we get 9 and 7 and 1. Three, 4, and 5 to finish out the Renban here. Well, I need 4, 5, and 6, 7. 5, 4. Well, you can't have 5 on the Renban at all, and this can't be a 6. So it could be, well, that can't be a 4 either. So 7, 6, 5, 4. A 1, 2 pair, those aren't 7s. I still need a 5 and a 4. But that, since those are 1, 2, we get 6, 7, 8, 9. And obviously we can't have 6s in that row, so we get a 9 and an 8. And a 3 and a 4, that's going to be 4 and 3, 6 and 8 are out, 6 and 9 are out. So these are low digits, so that's 1, 3, 4, neither of which can be a 4, that must be a 1. And then we get 6, 7, 8, 9, which they can be 6s in this case.
The one on the right cannot.
Right. That's not 4.
Row 5 needs 6, 7, 9.
And that one's not 9. for these two, 5 and 6.
And since that's high, we can get the high lows on the.
Now, because this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we can get rid of the 9 there. And that places a 9 here, places a 7 there, an 8 here, takes out 8 from there, takes out a 7 from there. That doesn't impact that at all.
The Ren band that's in boxes 1 and 4 cannot have a 1 on it, because if you see where 1s are in yeah, because there's a 1 in box 4, column 2. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 2 through 8.
5, 7, 3. Okay, and the 6 there. 3, 4, 7, 8. Not a 7. So if 7's one of those two, that's a 6. Takes 6 out of that. Takes 4 out of there. Takes
3 in row 1. Well, the 3-4 pair in box 3 makes.
Doesn't impact those, but a 7-8 pair does. 4, which is there, and 6. A 6 and an 8. A 5.
5 and 6.
2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9.
9.
These two. 3 and 4. 2 and 6. Well, that would be a 1 or a 7, or I guess that could be, no, it can't be a 6 because the 6 in the box. And 8 and 9 in the row.
Well, 6 would have to be attached to a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Column 7 needs a 6 and 7.
So that's a 1 or a 2. 1, 2, 6, 7. That's a 3, that's a 2. That's a 6, that's a 2. That's a 7, a 1, a 6, a 7, a 2, a 1. 8, 7. Okay, what about this one? Let's see a 1. 4 and 5 fixes that, fixes those. 2's going to be over here. How about 3 and 4, 5, 6? I need 8 and 9. Look like this. Here we go. Yeah, fairly straightforward puzzle. Doesn't look like it's on Logic Masters Germany though. Well, I guess I can look up Spaceman real quick. Just Eclipse Whispers, which does not look like that one, so leave that one alone. But yeah. Alright, then our next puzzle is going to be 1 Up 200 by Rodolfo Kirchan. In each across and down segment of length n, place the digits 1 to n once each. Bars divide segments. Use 0 in this puzzle as a digit to represent 10. So basically, if we look at this grouping, we would place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in there in some order. And if we look at this group, it would be 1, 2, 3 in some order to include the 4. Or like this group, it would be 1, 2, 3. So I guess I want to look at these two, because that 2 places a 2, and it's going to leave 1 that's left over. And then we're also going to have 1, 2, and 6, I believe, in the column to go 1 through 7.
But does the 2 doesn't? Oh, right, because never mind, because they're the same. Never mind. In row or column 7 or 6.
8, 7.
Okay,
6.
yeah, 7. Yeah, I was right. 7. The one that's in between the segments, it needs a 2 and a 3, but the 3 can't go next to the 3 that's part of the same segment. Okay.
1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3 takes the 3 out of that.
Row 8. That can't be 6.
That 3 makes those a 1, 2 pair, so that's a 3. And we get another 1, 2, 3 here. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. This 3 takes that out. This 3 takes that one out. These 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 is out of here. 2 and 4 is out of that one. 4 is out of this one. 1 is out of that one. 1, 2, 3, and 5. This is a 1 or a 3. This is a 1 or a 2. I guess we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a 4 because there's already a 4. This 3 and that 1. This 1 and 2 takes out 1 and 2. The 5 and the 1.
2, 3, 5 in the column.
Takes 1. Takes 1 out of the row, and that's 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, that's 3. That's not. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and 5 are out. That 3 takes that 3 out. This has a 3 and a 6 removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get 7.
Column 7. Which is almost done.
3. 3's not in that one.
So 1, 2 pair in the row now. Oh, row 9.
This is a 4.
1, 2, 3 in the never mind.
What's left over in here? There's 2 out, so that goes all the way up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are all gone. And that can go to 8, and so can that. Okay. 2, 3, 5, and 6. This one already has a 6. And has a 3. Which actually removes 3 from this one sooner.
1, 2, 5 in that column. Column 3, yeah.
2.
4, 7, and an 8.
3, 9, 1, 2, 5, 6. And a 0.
Oh, right, I forgot the 10.
But this 10 takes the 0 out. This one isn't big enough for a 0 or 7 or 8 because it's 10 across and we're losing 4. So that's maximum 6. So we have a 4 there guaranteed. This one's now a 7, an 8, and a 0. 2, 5, and 6. And I believe those greens are basically done.
Yeah.
Well, how about we go this way? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 7. On the outsides, we only go up to 6, so 8 and 9 come out. 9 comes out of this one. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm going to take the yellow out. Perhaps here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, take out 1 and 2 from there. 3 and 5. See 1 in multiple spots. See everything else in multiple spots as well.
Row 10, 9, 8, 7. Row 6. Where's a 9? A 9 cannot go in the last 2.
Those 2. So that's 9. Just going to take it out of this one.
And 7, you can do the same thing in the
Right, it has to go here then. This goes up to 8, so we can't go
right
here and nothing else.
That's 1, 2,
So,
4, 6 in that.
2, 2, 3. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we don't have 6 there.
Row 3 needs a 10. Oh, and it looks like 3, 4, 5, 6 is in the row. So 7 and 8 are left.
And this 7 fixes those.
The column, I guess it's 6, 10, 9, 8. So yeah, column 6, the 7 placed.
Where's 8? No, I guess where's 9? None of those seem to have a 9. None of those seem to have a 9, so that is. Now, similar thing, where does 8 go? That 7 actually fixes those.
That 5 that was just placed is fixed.
1, 2, 4. Takes 4 out, and that 8 leaves it to a 6. 4, 5 pair makes that an 8. Do I need any more zeros?
I don't think so.
Clearly it can't be the first two rows or columns. Yeah. Okay, what about 9s? Not sure if that's helpful.
Column 6 already has a 3 in it, so the last one doesn't need one.
That doesn't seem helpful.
No.
Okay. I have 6 in either of those positions. Five, 1, 3 positions. Seem like
They're
the
the
right
same
approach
3 positions in column 1.
for 5s.
Yeah. But the the second one down is not a full row.
Yeah. And there is a 5 here,
Right.
which stops that from being useful along that row. Oh. I guess the problem with trying to do like an XYZ wing here.
That it doesn't really work because of the
Yeah.
only if it goes all the way through.
Yeah. Because there's nothing that sees all 3 of those that would remove a 3. So if I did an XY wing, like, I don't know, imagine that those formed a bent triple, then anything that saw those two couldn't both have a 5, but that doesn't work.
Do superscripts work in this?
Yeah.
Okay. If we look down column 7, which is almost done, the 3, if the one directly below the 3, if that one's a 3,
That ends up being a 3, that's a 3. We get a 1-2 pair, which would make that a 4. 5. I think that's
row
6 then.
10, 9, 8. Row 7, which is the same as the, takes out that 3, so it puts a 3 below it. That one comes out, but those are still lots of 3s up there.
Yeah. 2, 5 there. 1, 2 here. That 1, 2 place 4. 5 and 4 makes that a 1, a 2, a 1. 2, a 1. That's a 2, that's a 1.
The column 6, there's a 1, 2, which would become a 2.
2, 5, 1.
6,
6, 4,
4.
2, 6, 3, 4,
But this
6.
is just
Now we've got 2 6s.
okay.
So
So that just
that
means
started with
that's
this
not
as
a
a 3.
Yeah.
So that's a 3.
Yeah, I was just trying to find something that, okay, is this going to be useful? But it just seemed like it was.
It just ended up being bifurcation.
Right, yeah.
But I mean,
But I
we
think
got
that's kind of what we're
information
down
from
to.
it.
Yeah, I think that's just what we're down to at this point. Because I'm not sure.
I mean, it's possible
There's
there
a
was
1 in
another
that
approach.
column. There's a single 1 in that column. Column 5. There's a 2 in that column. Uh-oh.
I must have been a little careless. That's not a 3. Then that is. That's not it. Get a 1-2 pair, places a 3, takes that out, places that. We don't have 3s over there.
Single 1 in the column that you just in column 1.
1, 2, 6, 4, 5, 4. 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4. 4 is out. 1 and 2. 2 places 1 and 2. 2 out. 5 is out. So 1 is out. Five's out both those. That's 6 and 2. You're another 2. 5. 5. 2 places 6. 2. 1. 2. 1. 4. 2. 1. Not a 2. Not a 3. So that's a 1.
That's well,
broken
it can't
again.
be a 1.
Can't be 1, 2, or 3.
So it must have been before that.
But where before that?
I don't know.
I want to do the whole puzzle again, but does we have to?
I don't know. We know that's a 1-2 pair.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 6. These have to be
All right.
1 and 2.
If we look at row 6, no, row 7. Sorry, yeah, that 6 or 7. Both of them go to 10. Well, where can 10 go in the one that's highlighted currently? Okay.
I mean, I guess it could have gone here.
And then everything else is. Are we definite about the 8s and 0s in the row and column that the 8 is in?
I guess if we're gonna start questioning those, then the only thing I can think of is that it needs to restart. But in this row, where can the 10s go? Well, they can't go in those. That's got a line. Those have lines, and the 10 had to be there. So 10 has to be one of those too. And the same is true of this row. Can't be on there. That's got a line. That's got a line. That's already got a 0 in it. That's got a line.
And that the 9 was originally there.
Yeah.
So yes, that 0 is. So those are correct.
Yeah. So then I guess if we look at where 9s could go in this row, they come out of those as well. That's got a line, that's got a line, that's got a line. So 9 has to be in one of those two positions. What about in this row? Well, can't go there, can't go there. That's got a line, that's got a line, that's got a line. And that 9 took it out of those places. That was a 10, so those 9s are correct.
And that was every place that 10s could go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just the 3 rows or columns, whatever. Just the 3. And that would be every place that a 9 could go as well. And we've got all 3 9s.
Yeah. Now 8s get expanded.
Right.
So 8s can be anywhere in this region.
Any place that's got a line,
it's cut out.
The first column.
Anything that's already green, that's already got something in it. And this row can't. So 8s had to go in these positions.
And in the...
well, this one had to be correct. Because in that column...
Right.
So that one's green. So then that one comes out. So I guess if we look at this column...
Well, if we look at... Yeah.
Then 7 can't go on the ends. That's a given 6. That only goes up to 3. That only goes up to 5. That's a given 9. That only goes up to 3. So that has to be a correct 7. Nine, 7, 8, 6. And this can't be a 4. That can't be a 4. That can't be a 4. So this 4 is correct. Because that's a given 4 and that's a given 4. That's too big. That can't even be a 5. And that's a given 4.
But everywhere that the 8s could go, they're all high digits.
Yeah.
And it was low digits that were the issue.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we could have placed an 8 where a low digit could have gone.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, how about we consider 7s as well? So that row needs a 7. That grouping needs a 7. This needs a 7. This row needs a 7.
That row has a 7.
Yeah.
A given 7. Okay, well, just where they need to go. All right, we can do that.
Yeah. And then this column, This column. Oh, not those three.
That column's out because the
It comes out of that row, comes out of the first. That row's gone. Those are gone. Okay, anything that's green or given.
that whole column goes away because the segments are too short.
Yeah. And we know that that 7's correct, so it's not in any of those. We know that that 7's correct, so it can't be there.
Oh, a row 10, row 8. Yeah.
Well, if I look at these...
Column 2, there's a segment. So they both are.
Oh, yeah, that can't go in there. Okay, well, 7's had to look like that.
Column 1, 2, 3, column 4 has a segment that splits the column.
Oh, right. Yeah. So those have to be a 7-8 pair.
And a 7-8 pair in the column as well.
And if we check this row, that can't have a 7, that can't have a 7. We confirmed this 8. That's a given 5. That already has a 7. That's a given 0. That only goes up to 3. We confirmed this 9, and that only goes up to 6. So this 7 is confirmed.
So now the 8 above it stays an 8.
Yeah, so that is confirmed. And now this 7 is confirmed.
And then the 8 below it.
So now this 7 is confirmed. And so is this 8. So that's nice.
And that should be all of the 8s and 7s. Alright.
So I guess we could look at 6's.
Alright, that would be the whole board, but then take out segments that don't. Alright, well the column 3. We're left with 1, 2, and 5. Oh, 1, 2, 5, and 3. Okay.
Yeah. That can't be a 5. That can't be a 5. These are 1, 2, and 3. That 3 takes that out. That's a 1 or a 2. That 2 forces that to be 1. So this grouping is confirmed.
Well, you might as well make that 2 that's basically anything given can go green.
Yeah. Well, That's a 2, that's a 3. So those are confirmed. Like that. It's confirmed like that. We've got a 1 or a 2 there.
Alright, that segment, the one you've got highlighted.
Yeah.
That vertical segment needs a 2 and a 3.
What?
If you go up 1, that segment is 3 long. Where that 1 is highlighted. Wait a minute. Alright. I'm looking at my screen here, but I see that you're something different in. Yeah, my it's I'm not seeing you do anything on. Let me. Aw.
Okay, did that refresh it?
Uh,
Or was being wonky?
okay, yeah, you've already got that 1, 2, 3 in there. No wonder you were confused because I was just seeing nothing going on.
Okay, yeah. It was just a scorpion. 1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Column 4 at the bottom between the 5 and the 4.
1, 2, 3. That's not a 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's not a 3. That's not a 1 or a 2. This one's not a 5. Or a 1.
Row 7, the center segment is a 1, 2, 3. I guess that's
3
row
is
8.
removed from
Sorry.
there. That 3 takes that out. So this is a confirmed 3. So that's not a
Might as well go. It's row 8, not row 7, because I keep forgetting I have to count to 10.
Yeah. 3 takes that out. We've
Columns.
got 1s in those 3.
And
But I don't know
those
if that's
3.
useful.
Well, those 3 columns are the entire column up and down. So none of the rest of it can contain a 1.
0, 8, 9, 7. And now we don't have 3 there. 2. That only goes up to 4. 2, not a 3. 2. And also not 5 or 6. And neither of those can be a 4.
Well, and there's a 3 and 4 in row 1.
Oh, right. So that's a 1. Because the 2 and 3. So that's a confirmed 1. That's a 3. That's a confirmed 3. That's not a 3. 2 and 4 makes that a 1. That's confirmed.
So the column. Well, like get rid of the 3s and 4s in row 1. 3 comes out, yeah. There's a 1 in the, yeah. 2 and a 1. So that column.
Needs a
4?
4. That 4 is already there. So that's a confirmed 4. and take the red out of here, because that's essentially...
Right, it took care of what it needed to do. Row 10 has a 4 in it.
4. 5 and 6 are out, because this goes 1, 2, 3. That's not a 3. 1, 2 pair means that's not a 2. 6
and
means
there's
it's
a
not a
6.
6. This must be 4 and 5.
But it can't be a 5 because the vertical segment's a 4 is 4.
4, 5. And those are confirmed. So use the 5 in that group.
1, 2, 4 triple in the column.
So that's a 6, which is confirmed. Not a 6. I'm going to stop confirming things.
Okay.
Because everything that we've marked is confirmed.
Right.
Yeah. Seems a little silly to keep doing that. Right, this 3 means that's not a 3. The 5 over there means it's not a 5. So
Okay, the bottom half of column 2.
Bottom half of column 2. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. 4 and 5.
The top half of column 2
That can't be a
doesn't
5.
have, yeah.
1 and 2.
And row 1, 2, 3, 4, row 5. Yeah.
4. That gives
2,
us
3
a 2,
pair.
3 pair. It's a 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. That 6 takes that 6 out. 3, 4, and 5 places a 6 all the way over here, takes that 6 out. And now 1, 2, 4, 5 places a 3. 1, 2 pair places a 4, a 2. 2's are out. 1, 5, 6, 2, 3. 3's are out. 1, 2 places a 3. So this did end up being
that was
a 3.
A 3.
So 1, 2
So
places
something
a 3.
boo-booed there.
Probably just carelessness.
Oh well.
1, 2, and 4 across this row makes that a 6. Makes that a 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Not a 2. 4, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1. Not a 3, not a 1. Not a 1. Not a 2. So that's a 5, that's a 6, that's a 2. That group is no longer 2.
Row 1 has a 6.
5, 2, 3, 5 and 1, 3 and 5, 2 and 4, 4, 2, 1.
I think that's done. No?
Oh, it was upset about this being a 10, or that I put a 0 on top of that 10.
Okay.
Alright. Cool. Alright. I think we made it harder than necessary. I think we just missed something that was...
Well, we were probably correct, but something when the 3 broke.
Yeah.
I think actually the way we did it the second time was starting with the big numbers.
Yeah.
Should have been the way we did it before.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, it is after 10, so the last puzzle is out. But let's see, is 1 up to 200? It is not. Alright, then, that is going to be it for today. Anything else that you have to say, Mama?
Nope. Thanks for watching, if you watch.
Definitely. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you have liked, commented, subscribed, rung the notification bell, and shared the video. All of that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you're interested in more Sudoku, that is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm also playing Outward at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Eventually, sometime maybe this year, I will be finishing Horizon Zero Dawn. It'll actually probably be either this weekend or next weekend. I think it's supposed to be this weekend. Yeah, probably this weekend. I will be finishing Horizon Zero Dawn. Depending on other events that are happening. But yeah, alright, I can't think of anything else. Mama, anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Alright, then I hope you have a wonderful day. And again, thank you so much for watching.